Greetings, viewers. Thank you very much for joining me on this very special broadcast. Now, this is a treat for any of the martial artists who subscribe to my YouTube channel because I've got a fellow martial artist here who has certainly exceeded my expectations and has done some amazing things with her life. So her name is Dominika Klimchak, and she surprised me to begin with because it was my third martial art club that I'd ever opened, and she kept a flyer that I'd put out for 2 years. For 2 whole years, she kept a flyer. And then she came to the club and she told me that she kept it and she'd been meaning to come. And I knew if someone's kept a flyer for 2 years, they are serious. They're a serious person, they're devoted, and they know exactly what to do with their life. And I have a lot of young people who watch this channel. I have a lot of young teenagers, and it just happens to be that most of the people I teach are either young people, young females, and also my viewership seems to be more of a feminine audience. So that's wonderful because what I want to now bring is really people who inspire others. And I know that Dominika is going to inspire a lot of the children that I teach and the young adults who want to embrace strength as young females and grow in that type of energy. So, she had come to my class and she got to senior level in karate. And before that, I think, and you correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you had studied a few other martial arts as well. And now she herself is, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I think you are second dan, so a sensei yourself, which is awesome. And she also does something else amazing, which I think is definitely worth bringing up in this talk. She paints, but looking at her paintings, they have a very deep, powerful spiritual message behind them. So I kind of put it all out there, Dominika. So without further ado, here is my friend and an amazing person. You're going to enjoy this talk. Her name is Dominika, and please, Dominika, please could you tell the viewers a little bit about your martial art journey?
Thank you, Paul. I'm flattered. Uh, First of all, hello everybody, and thank you for having me here. And I think my martial art journey started with just exploring what is out there and with self-defense, really. So my first martial art experience was self-defense course, and I knew I want to do something more because I was interested in religious spirituality, self-development. So uh, not just the body, but strengthen the mind and how to deal with emotion and how to feel more confident. So I started with self-defense. Then I was doing kickboxing for a couple of years. I even went for a couple of kung fu classes. And then I found you. But meanwhile, I think I was doing Tai Chi as well. So a little bit of everything, just trying what is out there, what is most suitable for me, for my needs, or for my interest as well. Um, so Tai Chi was a big thing, and you taught us a little bit Tai Chi as well. So that was very interesting. I was really pleased that you did the sort of mixed martial art, which had element of Tai Chi, Qigong, karate, and also mindfulness. because you taught us quite a lot how to believe in ourselves and how to reach out, how to communicate with people. And that kind of gave me the confidence to look for even more. Therefore, I found the sword school, and I was sort of keen on weapons in a way. And I used to think that because I watched so many movies, samurai movies, so I thought it was that. But quite recently, I met somebody at there is a Kung Fu temple nearby where I live, and we went for the 25th birthday party. And the teacher said to us that the reason people want to learn use the weapons because they don't feel confident with their own bodies, that they don't trust their bodies, that they can defend themselves. So I think maybe that was the reason that I thought I can't do it myself, what I wanted to do. I can't defend myself, so I need a weapon. So maybe that was the reason I got interested in swordsmanship, but the reason I stay was completely different. So currently I'm studying and practicing Battodo,
Mm.
and recently I got my third dan certificate in Nakamura Ryu style. But my teacher also teaches style called Kurikara Ryu Heiho, which is a form, which is strategy, and that is mostly self-development. So that's mind, spirit, and which is necessary if you want to do martial art. You know as well, you do lots of Tai Chi. It's not just technique, not just the technique, not just the body strength. If you have only strong body but weak mind, it doesn't work. So
Mm.
very important to train the mind as well. And yeah, I've been doing sword for the last 10 years.
Wow, that is amazing. You brought well let's just make a little correction there, viewers. She's a third Dan. A third Dan. Congratulations. I know that how powerful I mean the work that you've done. Viewers, she's done some amazing things, really. I don't know if it was a post that I saw on Instagram, but it was to do with facing your greatest fears and your demons and going off to, correct me if I'm wrong, was it Japan or Okinawa or somewhere where you had to jump into a freezing cold lakes or take cold showers or something like that? Tell us a bit about that.
So cold water immersion, I think most of you know now that the cold water swimming became very popular during COVID. But before that, for example, in Japan, there is such thing called misogi and takigyo. So misogi is mostly done in Japan. It used to be done in the sea or in lake, and you immerse yourself in cold water, and that's supposed to clear your mind, your spirit as well. So you feel unwell or you feel worried or you did something wrong. You then do misogi. Takigyo is going under the water. And it's best is done when it's cold water, but it's you don't just go under the cold water. You need to prepare yourself. And what we did in Japan, a couple of times actually, because I went to Japan twice, and we were first time we were based in Tokyo, and second time the mountain training was done near Osaka in small village called Dorogawa. There is a beautiful dragon temple there, an amazing priest, and you can do the waterfall training there, as well as misogi, as the cold water immersion. When you do both, we used to do chant, and it's important to do the chant because when you produce sound, it helps with your blood circulation because the energy travel. And if you immerse yourself in cold water, your feet going numb and your hands because the blood circulation is the weakest. So when you do the chant, it helps spread the warmth, the energy to your body. So it's not really about praying, and it's not about religion. It's about how to help your body to expose to when once it's exposed to extremities. And you use chant because it helps with the vibration. if you're good, you don't have to use it. And I still do now cold water swimming. And I think for everybody who is depressed, feeling unwell, cold water immersion is very good thing to do. You can do cold showers at home. You can go wild swimming, and there is lots of very friendly groups you can join. But the cold waters makes you feel alive, and it is facing your fears because you're scared. And the cold feel like it's burning, so it's very confusing feeling as well. You're
Mm.
going into cold water, expect to feel cold, but it feels like you're on fire. And then there is the calmness. Once you finish, you go, oh, there is calmness, and you feel like you achieved something. That's something which was very scary for you to do. You did it, and you're still fine. And then you want to do it again. So when you practice with cold water, then in real life you think, wait a minute, maybe it's not that scary. Maybe I can make this decision, go there, do this project, apply for this job. So it
Mm.
a little bit. And
That's
that's the face the demons.
wow, that's amazing. That's amazing. I love it. So what you've learned there, what you learn in your dojo, you can apply to real life. The other thing is, I just wanted to say, we've sparred before, and you do punch hard. You're strong. So you must be insanely strong now that you have been practicing other things as well. But no, that's you've brought up so many interesting points. I like everything that you brought up, and I like the fact that you're applying everything to your life. Because if we watch the MMA fighters nowadays, what I dislike actually is the swearing and the cursing each other out and the lack of control, mental control. That was never there in the martial arts before. It was all about discipline, focus. A martial artist would walk away from a fight, and that's exactly what you've embodied. You're saying exactly the same things as all the old world martial artists that we become almost animal-like if we do not nurture and strengthen our mind.
Yes, that's very correct. The one of the main thing I learn in martial art, there is not such thing like failure. Everything is a lesson. And obviously when you start something, you start comparing yourself to others, whatever you do, even martial art, or you want to be stronger, you want to be faster, you want to be the best.
Mm,
And that's very natural thing to start with. But then you realize it is your own journey, it's your own body, and your journey is different from everybody else's. And some people do martial art as a sport. For us, for most of us, it's not a sport. It's a way of life, and you need to be able to apply it to your real life.
absolutely.
Are you there?
I'm there. I'm there. Yes. Froze up
Yes.
for a while, but we can continue. Um, I don't know where you cut off or where I cut off, but let's continue with maybe the spiritual side, Dominika. I mean, you express yourself through your paintings and the views. I'm telling you, the paintings are really good. I mean, the detail and the depth in terms of not just how good they look, but the spiritual aspect, and also um, the sheep section that you did. I think that's your humorous side coming out, and that's a different side to your art, is it?
Yes, I do quite a lot of different things because I'm a different person every day, I think, and
Mm-hmm.
let myself feel my emotion, and I let myself be the different person. That's another thing martial art taught me, that the more you train to be yourself, the more you restricting yourself from
Mm.
developing. You need to let yourself change, and people fear change. So yes, I'm sometimes really funny. I can be childish. Sometimes I'm very serious, and I think that my artwork shows that sometimes I'm confused, sometimes I feel sad, but sometimes I'm in a good mood, and I wanted to express that. And I've been told many times to just stick to one style, just do one thing, but that's not who I am. And
Mm.
I want to still develop. I'm still searching. I still want to learn something new. And we get older, we change as well. Our views now are different that were before. So why not? Why not doing many different things?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, everything is the same. It just, I guess my artwork show that I grow. Sometimes I take a step back, which is absolutely fine, and I go back to some old bad habits. But
Mm.
then I know that there are habits, and then I can make a choice to change it or to keep it. And I think that's what is important, that you're able to make a choice. You don't have to be the perfect person, you but you make a choice who you want to be, and you going towards that. And with the artwork, interesting thing is that I always paint when my mind is calm, and
Mm-hmm.
it
Ah.
apparently paint when they stressed and they miserable. But I think that's not the case. My paintings might express those emotions, but I paint only when my mind is calm. But that doesn't mean I wait until I get calm, because life can be difficult. So sometimes I do practice, and sometimes I just keep painting until I will calm down, and the
Mm.
next artwork will be better.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, since I was a kid, I was interested in religion. I'm not religious, but I like the tradition, like different cultures, and I like the fact that there's so many similarities. Uh,
Yes.
and I found it fascinating. So I was always interested in religions. I was brought up as a Catholic.
Mm-hmm.
I interested in Buddhism, exploring Japanese Mikyo tradition,
Mm.
Shinto,
Mm.
everything. I find so much similarities in every religion. Can approach the mythology. So I guess my artwork can have a little bit of that as well.
Mm.
And
That's no,
uh,
that's brilliant. I think I'm similar. I look at similarities, and I wish the world did that rather than looking at differences and fighting with each other. We see so many wars. Viewers, if you're affected by any of these wars that are going on, keep your vibe high and
yeah,
be the change you want to see in the world. I'm going to ask a question that I think a lot of the viewers who are inspired are thinking, what can I ask? What if I was sitting there in that interview? What would I ask? I'd love to ask what maybe a good morning ritual or something that a young person could do to kind of find a purpose. Because when I look at a lot of people, I look at them and I think, okay, that person may have found their purpose. That person's definitely found a purpose. You certainly seem to have found two powerful areas which you really excel in. Some people post dancing cats on TikTok. That might be their purpose, right? But there are a lot of people who do that. So, I mean, a real purpose. What would you recommend to any young person maybe watching this? How would they find their purpose and their way in life?
that's a very good question, and it depends. Like most young people, they addicted to social media, and
Mm.
it just you can't avoid that. And there is a big pressure from social media to have lots of friends, to go out all the time, and just to be out there. But I think it's important to be able to spend some time with yourself only on your own, because you have so much information from all around you. And it's very difficult to find yourself in that because somebody tells you need to be this, you need to be that, you need to be somebody else. And then you fill your time with other people expectations. So you can lose yourself in that, like, so who do I want to be? And if you be able to spend some time with yourself, and nature is always the answer, really go
Mm.
for a walk on your own and try to, without the music,
Mm.
because too many interaction, too many triggers, forgot the other word. So the ability to spend some time with yourself is very important, and to listen to yourself,
Mm.
uh, because otherwise you won't be able to find it. And those of you who actually don't spend much time with friends, those who are alone and have maybe social anxiety, some of you, most of you probably already are creative. Because
Mm.
that's the thing. You like spend time on your own, you probably already drawing something, or you probably writing something. And so I think some of you already know your purpose, but don't feel accepted by the rest of the world because of the pressure we have nowadays. So to those busy ones, spend some time on your own. To those who spend their time on their own, I promise you, you can make it. You can make it work. Don't 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 listen to anybody who says you can't do it. You're not able to do it. It's not true. If you want to do something with your life, if you want to be an artist, you want to be whatever you want to do, you can achieve that. So you need to trust yourself and your abilities. And obviously it is hard work. You can't just sit and expect everything will be brought to you. Uh, it's a hard work. There is no quick resolution. But yeah, I think for nowadays, spend time on your own a little bit with nature.
Wow,
No
that's
social.
brilliant. That's wonderful. Sorry, Dominika, did I interrupt you?
No, no, no.
Oh, that's lovely. So you see the amazing balance that Dominika has. I think she's got the perfect balance of yin yang, in my opinion. Maybe we are critical of ourselves, but I think you have a fantastic balance. Is there a specific meditation that you do? Do you do a specific type that you religiously adhere to? Not religiously, but adhere to on a regular basis every day?
So in my short film, we also do practice called Tanren, and it's in a rough translation means body forging. So it's a set of exercises, might be similar to yoga, but it's not really yoga. And there is a morning routine you can do. There is an evening routine, but sometimes when there's not enough time, when you wake up in the morning, it's it's the best thing you can do. It's actually go to a separate room and lie down on the floor for a few minutes, and then slowly doing small little bit of stretching. So I don't have a religious routine. I'm doing it because you need to adapt your practice to the day, to your day, how much energy you have,
Mm.
how do you, for example, uh, and then you need to adapt to that. If I feel a little bit more, uh, if I have more energy, I do full routine, which combines some stretches, breathing exercises, and it can take 10-15 minutes
Mm.
because that's how much time I only have. If I don't have a time, I woke up too late, I just lie down in separate room on the floor for a few minutes with my eyes closed so the body is flat, arms spread, legs spread, just to it helps with your spine. And once your
Mm.
spine becomes most of us like that, uh, when you lie on the hard floor in the morning or in the evening, 5 minutes, it helps if that's the only time you have. I know quite a few routines of exercises. I'm not able to say here now,
Mm.
but It depends on people, what's your lifestyle, and you teach as well. And there is no how do I say it? You need to find your own routine.
Mm.
And if you do yoga, it will be that. For me, is the exercises I learned from my sword class. But I don't think there is like a one answer to that. There's many different solutions.
That's wonderful. You know how powerful that process is, viewers. So what Dominika's saying is it makes perfect sense to me, because when you lie on the floor, as she said, your spine straightens, and we often sleep in positions where it's curled, compressed, and in all the systems, whether it's martial arts, yoga, Tai Chi, Qigong, all emphasize the importance of keeping a spine straight. So that's the probably, I think you've hit the nail on the head, the most powerful thing you can do. And also you're getting the effect of grounding yourself, getting close to the
Yes,
planet, right? So
yes.
that is wonderful. Um, well, Dominika, I'd like to just say a huge thank you for making time to come online. She is very good at managing her time. I mean, I think she is. So she blocks out everything. Viewers, honestly, this is one thing we cannot control. We've got to make the most of our time here. And for me, the take-home message is that you've got to try so many different things, keep trying, changing, modifying your approach. We're all different. Dominic is saying that, if someone tells you you can't do something, who has the right to do that unless it's against the law? But obviously, you've got things that you can try, so many opportunities, especially if you're born, or if you come to the UK. The UK is full of opportunities. We're so lucky to have so many different things that we can do. I mean, I myself have joined a gym as well, a classic gym, and I'm constantly training and developing myself. So I like to learn as well, and to be a student as well as teach. So I completely agree. Dominika, I just want to say again, a huge thank you for coming on. It's been really nice to catch up with you. Is there anything else you wanted to say to the viewers?
Oh, be adaptive and let the changes come. I think that's the best you can do. Just let things come.
That's wonderful. Thank you again for joining us. Viewers, you take care of yourselves, and I will see you all in the next broadcast. Stay safe, stay happy, peace, love, and harmony.